next person I want to bring up, right? I haven't. I mean, obviously, we haven't known each other for a long time, but I think she's an amazing person. In the short time that I work with her in this workshop, in this event, she has shown tremendous leadership, and I think we can all learn from her right now. And with further ado, I'll give you Iliyana Pavlova.
Thank you so much for the kind words, Juan. I strongly appreciate that. Hi, everyone. How is everybody tonight? Probably well. Yeah, good. Awesome. So I am not going to be too much on the storytelling because I would like to share with you a couple of tactics and really important exercises probably where you're setting your goals. Because to be honest, it's really important to have a big vision which will lead you into your life to the direction where you're going to go, and just from there create the dream life you want to have. But at the same time, without the mindset, you're not going to get there because you're going to end up in the host of these limitations and blocks which are stopping you moving forward. And basically, this is going to be a fear of doubt, self-doubt, and limitations. And once you overcome all of this, that's the next spot. When you have the vision, create the right goals which will empower you and which will help you move forward step by step. Because nobody ends up there with one jump. That's not how life works, and that's not how really things will happen. You need to make small baby steps to grow steady and just end up where you want to go. But without having the vision and the goals set and aligned, that's very important, being aligned, you're not gonna get there. And I love this phrase. I'm pretty sure it was from Schwarzenegger, and he was saying like, every time you don't have goals, you're just drifting around and you end up nowhere. And that's so true in life, especially with his huge experiences. So I did a small presentation for you, which I would love to share because it's gonna be a little bit more easier to go with a structure. It's not a story to listen. You can take notes, which I strongly encourage. And at the end of this, you can ask any questions which will help you understand these little steps which I'm following. So let me share my screen. Can everybody see my screen? Yes, great. Okay, let's start with the, oh wow. So now I don't see, here we go, slideshow. Okay, and I'm gonna see on the side. I don't see the chat, so you can interrupt me at any moment. So the first thing which I would like to share with you, it's something very simple, which I would like to do often, and that's going on a date with myself. Have you ever get on a date with yourself? Do you know what I mean here? Do you do that on a daily basis? If you can just show me thumbs, I would appreciate that, even if I don't see all of you. Okay, awesome. Well, this is something which I'm gonna share with you a little bit more at the end, just because like now it's not necessary to know as much. First of all, I would like to strongly appreciate me being part of this crazy good community, which is empowering people. And I'm very, very excited to be here with you. And thank you for letting me in your home and just listening what I have to share with you. So if you've never been on a date with you, that's okay. We'll move forward to what is a goal. And, you know, probably you've heard this meaning, goal is a dream with a deadline by Napoleon Hill. I believe this book, Think and Grow Rich, is on every bookshelf, and everybody read it a couple of times, especially the most successful people. And what I learned from my coach is like everybody had it there and read it multiple times. And that's amazing. But I kind of want to expand this explanation of the goals a little bit more, just because for me, it's not exactly enough. For me, a goal, it could be way more better if it's in a written commitment to your vision with a deadline. It's just gonna add a little bit more, because the moment you grab the pen and the paper and you write your intentions on it, you activate most of your senses. You have your vision, your sight, your handwriting, the body is experienced it, and you kind of implement it way more on a deeper level in your conscious level to get into the subconscious level soon after. And I believe that this is not something you've never heard before, but it's something you need to be reminded, because like very often people forget where the fundamentals are and what they are and how exactly things will work better for them. And I think that Tony Robbins says that every time when you repeat something, you just implement it more and more stronger into your subconscious mind. And this is where the magic happened. This is the same like with the habits, good or bad, with the affirmations, with the goals. You can achieve pretty much everything in your life if you really connect to this commitment in a written version to your vision. That's why I said at the beginning, vision is very important, and without the right set and the goals all aligned in one, you're just not gonna get wherever you want to go. And I believe like each one of you were setting goals, like I won't eat overeat anymore. I will say thank you next time when I see them. I will apologize. I will stand behind my words, and many more of this. But you know, like you are not alone. We all did that until we figured out how the most successful people actually act in their life. They just write them down and stay committed to whatever their vision is to get there. And Robin Sharma said that everything's created twice. And I am totally in love with this because the first time when you create something, it's in your mind. This is very connected with your mindset as well. You create the perspective you see the world at. You create the pink shades or not the pink shades or the any perspective or the lens. You see the meaning, you see the events in your life and you attach meaning to them. So whenever you create this vision in your mind, the next step is to create it in your reality. And I will be honest here, like almost 100% of the time, whatever you really put in your mind, you see it in life. And it doesn't matter what it is. It could go on the good side or on the bad side. So if you put good thoughts and plant, you know, nice flowers in your garden, you're going to see the beauty and the aroma of these nice flowers. If you don't care what's going on in the garden, if you don't take care and detach from all the negativity, and here again the surrounding around yourself, the people who are slowing you down or pulling your energy, you're gonna get exactly that. You're not gonna have energy, you're gonna be negative, you're not gonna succeed in the direction where you want to go, and probably you're gonna end up in the depression, which nobody really want to. With that being said, I would like to ask you this very important question. And this is like, what do you really want? Precisely, what do you really want? Because I believe that even if we really strive for something like a dream or goal and we gather it into the word success, that's not really helping us to go into the direction where this success is, because your mind doesn't really understand what stay behind the meaning success. So to simplify this, because it's very vague, you need to have, you must have a very clear pattern where your goal is going. So ask yourself which direction you're going. What would you like to achieve? What do you want to have? What success exactly mean for you? Is that wealth? Is it connections? Is it just a status or a lifestyle you want? It could be anything. So you need to become very clear about what is it. And you know, most of the people, they don't really write their goals. They hold them in their head, and I just know plenty of people I work with. They just have an idea what they want, but there's no clarity over there. And without clarity, you wouldn't have the alignment in the vision, goals, and mindset. And on the other hand, through the books, through the coaches, through the people I get to know, I realize that it's exactly the opposite with the successful people. They do have written goals. They do spend time with them on a daily basis. They do acknowledge where they are, how fast they're going. They move forward and forward, and wherever necessary, they just adapt. They're flexible, so they can end up on the road where they need to go to achieve whatever they want. I know that it sounds simple, and I believe it is simple. It just, you need to do a couple of baby steps to get where you want to go. And unfortunately, for people without clear vision, they do activities without purpose, and that's drain their energy, that drain their desire, their passion, and they suffer in life. That's so simple. Well, I would love to share something here, which is a little bit off the topic, and at the same time, it's very connected with the topic. That's the power of questions. I am a great believer that power of questions is absolutely amazing, and it's definitely helping you get whatever you want. So I figure out that the more questions you ask, the better you will be in your life. And there's like a big difference between the type of questions. For me, there are two types. The first one is powerful questions, where it could go with how do I buy myself a new house or a car? Somebody wants to join the room? Oh, sorry about it. I guess I mute myself. Another question which could be very powerful is like how I can make my family extremely happy for the holidays, and like give them this memorable experience. Another one could be how I can give my family this amazing vacation which they really want for a while. So these are empowering questions which are giving you positivity. They move you in a passion. They also give you a lot of excitement to make somebody else happy as well. It could be a personal goal as well. It doesn't really matter, but this is something which empowers you and makes you make actions to move forward. And at the same time, it could occur negativity. So whenever you're asking negative questions, your brain will give you a negative responses. And that's going to be how I can afford a nice dinner for Christmas, and why I didn't get the bonus. All of this negativity which you implement in the question is actually giving you, making your mind find you the right answer, because it's going to find it before in the past, and it's going to respond you because you didn't do your job, because you weren't committed. All of the negativity which destroy your passion and move you into the negative state of being, which is you just become resourceful. So these are the two type of questions which I do want to point out here. If you use them properly, you're gonna find like great benefits out of it. The more empowering the question, the more charging for yourself, the more energy, the less fear, the more passion, the more excitement is gonna come out of it, and you faster will reach your goal. So with that being said, I found 3 questions which are very empowering for me whenever we talk about goals. The first one is, what would you do today if you knew you will die tomorrow? Well, if you ever ask this question yourself, if anybody asks you in your life, you will see the magic behind, because you're not gonna do whatever you're doing. You will change completely. If you die tomorrow, your perspective of life will change. So you want to probably talk with your closest one. Maybe you want to spend time with your kids, which I wouldn't say you neglect, but you wanted to give them so much. You've been always out of home, especially for the special occasion, like a football match in the school. And that's one amazing question which can totally change your perspective. So I strongly recommend to write it down and just use it for the future. Another one is, what would you like people to say at your funeral? And that could be your closest one, wife or husband, maybe kids. You can go to the colleagues or people don't know you, or very close friends. And from the words which you want these people to express about you, you can see where you want to go and who you want to become to set your goals properly. And the third one is, what legacy would you like to, how do you mean? What legacy would you like to leave? And that's for people who don't know you. That's for the world in general. What impact would you like to bring here on the planet, and how would you like to change it so you make it better for all of us? So I believe that these are amazing questions. And the answer for all of them is gonna come from the answering the question, what's really make you feel alive? Once you have this answer, it's gonna be so much easier for you to set your goals. It's going to be so much easier for you to see your vision. It's going to be so much easier for you to build your mindset, the strong, powerful growth mindset everybody needs to succeed in the life. Oh, why you're not moving? Oh, here we go. I would like to share 3 common mistakes plus one more, which will be coming from me, which I realized through my experience. But these 3 ones are mistakes. The first one is lack of commitment. Well, how many times did you say that you're going to do something as a New Year resolution, and you just didn't. You left your goal behind literally 2 weeks after you set it. I want to lose weight. I want to start being healthy and exercise. I'm going to start posting videos or whatever your business requires, or connecting with people and get more clients, get more exposure. But you just don't, because you prefer to stay in your comfort zone, and any change, it's just rejection. It's just like, no, I don't want to do that. The more committed you are to your goals, the more fulfillment you have in life. And that's one of the common mistakes when people do. They really speak it up, but they don't set the goals the proper way, which align with the vision and with the desires, with the mindset, and many more tasks behind all of these things, which will lead to success. Actually, a real commitment is commitment which has a form of structure. So when we talk about commitment, it's just a word. But to be really aware what commitment means for you, because for each one of us here is going to be different, you need to put some measurement. You need to bring structure. You need to bring accountability. You need to put some time over there. You need to bring some energy as well. So it's like a complex task, but without it, it's just not going to happen. The second one is lack of focus. And we all know that without a focus, our goal is just a dream. It's so far away, you'll never reach it. And unfortunately, nowadays I see, and I was in that boat as well before probably 2 years ago, when everything was like so tempting and so interesting for me. I just wanted to go out there and know everything, like at any point. And I'm still kind of controlling this, barely, but getting way more better with the time, because a lack of focus is just spreading it around. It's like getting it to everything which coming your way, and just neglecting whatever you started and move to the next one. And that's called shiny object syndrome. The most interesting thing is, like, we always have plan A, B, and C, and until you burn the balls to be very structured and saying to yourself, I'm gonna do this, here we go where the commitment shows up again, and the focus, everything in one basket, there you're not gonna make it. So you literally create all of these plans, but if you absolutely believe in plan A, it will work. Why you have to create B, C, D, and any other else? Because the moment you create a plan B, even if you stick with one, like a backup plan, you already fail even before you start with the plan A, because you know that you have the possibility to do something else. And that's where the problem is. We need to all focus on one idea at a time, and that's very, very important. Make sure you always invest in yourself, not only money, but time, partner, network, everything, and ask for these surroundings just to keep you very focused where you are. That's a great big thing you will need as accountability. Okay, the next one is going to be the lack of implementation. Isn't that amazing? I was just on the phone today with a friend, and he was telling me that he signed for a big program and it's amazing, and there are like tons of information over there. Well, we all go by and after whatever somebody's presenting us over there, it's not necessary to be in a coaching, but it could be in a dating, it could be in a business, it could be in a vacation. But at the end, you realize that you don't even use half of the things. You don't even read, use, eat, whatever you can, whatever whatever verb comes after half of the things. And that's it. You just cannot really go everywhere and see everything, because it's always with a limited time. So make sure you have the right environment to keep you very stable and accountable, to help you implement. Because we got lost in our daily life. It could be husband, it could be business, it could be just 9 to 5, or kids, friends, you name it. But we need somebody to put you on the spot wherever you use this focus. And whenever the focus goes, the energy flows and things just happen. It's that simple. Well, what are you doing every day? That's a little summary of all of this, which I just mentioned so far. And that's get clear, get focused, get intentional, and live your 10x life. Because this is what everybody's striving for, right? And one thing which I want to share, the biggest mistake why I realize people are doing ever is whatever they're making decisions, it's not exactly how you make the decision, but it's more likely from where you're making that decision. And people who don't succeed, they're making the decision from there where they are right now in this specific moment. And how come you can really create the powerful decision and a question to move you further and a plan and like everything to organize whatever you are in the moment? Like there's no chance you fix the problems you have right now. You find solution for them from the perspective, from the mindset you created them. You need to develop, you need to evolve, you need to become other person. So always make your decision from where you want to be. That's the key for every goal setting. That's the key to change your mindset. Think about a contract with yourself. Like where do you want to be and where you want to go, and just sign the contract with yourself. It is that simple. It might look scary at the beginning, but that's okay. You can handle it. You can develop the right mindset. You can develop the people who can support you. And it's so much easier whatever you make the decisions, whatever you want to be. It's just like something simple, which I wanted to share with you because I found it so powerful. A real purpose of the goal, whenever you're setting goals, is just to grow. Goals are something which you never did before, and goals are something you want to learn new. You want to expand more. Maybe you want to travel the world, or you want to move from 6-figure business to 7-figure business. That's okay, but that's something new which will expand you. It's going to stretch your mind. And this is where we will talk about the 3 types of goals. There are A, B, and C, and A goals are the most popular ones, which I see people make mistakes setting, because the A goals are very basics. The A goals are something you already achieved. For example, you bought a house and you want to buy a second one. Well, you know how to do it. You don't want to set it as a goal. If you want to buy a building with like multiple family building, that's completely different story. It's a bigger investment. You need to learn new skills. You need to get to the market from a different perspective and look at it from a different perspective. So the A goals are the most basic ones. They're probably the daily goals which you know how to execute. And they're these little steps which you need to do on a daily steps to move to the big goals. The big goals are a little bit bigger than the A goals. And that are things which you believe that you can do. And it's maybe you need to gather small amount of money, maybe some people or connections. You know that you need a little amount of resources and being resourceful, of course, to achieve this big goal. It's stretching you, but it's so little you don't even feel it because you know you can achieve it. So these big goals could be probably the monthly goals you're setting to get to a bigger goal. And that's where the bigger goal comes, and that's goal C. This is where you let your fantasy just open up. You let your dreaming mode on. You let it on. It's just everything which you ever wanted. It doesn't matter how crazy it could be in somebody's eyes. You just want to get it. And it could go to buying island. If for somebody it's like something impossible, here we go, that could be one goal. For me, I wouldn't say that my C goal is something material. I totally believe that it could be more onto the contribution side, but it's not necessary. This is just a big goal so far ahead that scares you so much, and it excites you so much. So the difference between A, B, and C goals, it's so simple. Which will bring excitement and passion, so you go after executed it. Because I believe with A, you'll be bored, you know how to do it, you wouldn't pay attention. With B, it's gonna be just keeping you on your fingers for like a couple of days. But C is gonna be something which you're really excited about it, and you have everything you're thinking about is just C, it's just doing it, and you move in that direction. That's our goals, more like into the 1 year to 5 year to 10 year where your life is going to be, who would you like to become, and what legacy would you like to leave? This is probably the questions you need when we are talking about the C goals. Which you need to ask yourself every time when the first one, am I able to do it? Well, I totally believe that you're capable of everything. We have unlimited potential and we have unlimited sources on the planet, and we can just combine everything together and make it work. So, yes, you're definitely capable to do it. You are able, you have everything you need. You just need to believe. And that's part of the mindset. And the second one is, am I willing to pay the price? Well, that's a little bit more tough questions you need to ask yourself, and you need to really weigh down and see where and what the price is and what you need to neglect in your life to get what you want, but at the same time, what um, beautiful gifts you're going to receive at the end. I cannot help out here. It's up to you. Every time when we discuss this question, such amazing answers are coming, you won't believe it. So the more often you ask powerful and empowering questions, the faster you see the beauty behind this technique. Okay, and I came up with criteria, which I believe that are very important whenever you're setting goals. I will go very quickly through them so we have time for questions. But the first one for me is the state of mind, and that's absolutely must. It is very important whenever you're entering the mode of setting goals. You need to be in the right time and the right mindset. Maybe the right time is not very specific. It could be any time of day, but the right state and the right mindset, it's absolute must. So what do I mean by that? You need to be very open. You need to take every stereotype, every limitation, every fear away of whatever you are right now. Just put it on the side, just for a second, for this simple exercise, and feel the freedom and feel the passion and feel every possible emotion in your body, just the excitement in it, and feel as a kid. If you can get to this point where you feel as a kid, it's going to be the easiest way, because kids don't judge. Kids are not afraid. Kids don't want anything to happen. They're happy with everything. But whenever you ask them what they want for Christmas, well, they're going to tell you that they want to be probably, they want to have a pony. It's that easy. And how come you have a pony, especially here in the winter where the pony is going to, but they want it. And it's that simple. And it's very, very excited to listen what kids want. Like one of my friends, he wants just some racer truck. And I don't even know where he saw it from, but you can come with crazy ideas out of it. And this is the state from where you want to create your goal settings. It's all connected with the vision board. And I totally love talking about the vision boards because the exercise over there is so amazing and so powerful. But now we'll keep it short with the goals. So you want to live a life where all of your dreams are coming true. And unfortunately, you need to dream very big. These kids mode, it's so scary and powerful, and come up with crazy ideas, and you want to go more and more in depth with it, but you need to let your life catch up, your reality to catch up, and that's the only thing. Just break any limitations and all the fears and move forward. Well, if you're not scared of your goals, they're not seagulls. There's something you know how to do. There's something which you can find the resources to do it, and that's not going to help you grow. And that's what the goal setting is about, to evolve you and to make you grow. So with that being said, we're moving to the 4 major areas in your life. Health, personal, finances, and contribution. I strongly recommend use all 4 of them. Write as many goals as you want. It doesn't really matter. It's just, this is where the balance lays. And at the same time, there's no balance. It's very tricky, and I always try to help people find a balance, but you need to really detach from the balance itself. You need to focus on one thing, not on all 4, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that on the back of your head, you don't have everything else you want to achieve. So whenever you set your goals here in these 4 areas, you go to the Pareto principle. I know everybody knows what is it. I'm not going to even stop here, but basically it's like 80% of the sales or 80% of the goals brings only 20% of the income or of the revenue, or brings only 20% of the fulfillment in your life, the satisfaction you have in your life. So it's the same thing here. Choose one goal. Here we go. Choose one goal which you really want, which you're focusing on. And once this goal just start executing, start getting to the achieving point, you'll see how everything else is falling apart, is falling at place, and is getting easy. And while you're focusing on this one goal, slowly you see how your subconscious mind is working on the rest. And that's the most important. Be very fearless for what you want. Dream big and dream wild. That's all I'm asking for. And be grateful for everything you have. But at the same time, be fearless for what you want. And if entire life can be really changed in a year, you just have to love yourself, commit to whatever you want, and know that you deserve anything and you can achieve anything, because you have the unlimited potential. But you need to be committed and disciplined. That's it. That's simple. I love this automatical achieving. I learned, I'm not even really sure who I learned it from. Here we go. But this, it's like 4 principles. Story. Let's pretend that we set a goal. I want to buy the new Bentley. And I write it down with a pen and paper. And I want the Bentley 2020. If they have it, probably they have it. I want it in red. You can write all the details. And then I just lay down in my bed or on my chair, whatever you want, close my eyes for just a couple of seconds, not necessarily to be 5-10 minutes, just a moment, wherever I can see it. I can see it so clear and so vibrant in my imagination. It's like I'm having it. So my brain starts working into the direction where it's like, I already have it. It's so real. I'm making my decisions and I'm making my choices from the point wherever I want to be, not wherever I am. The next one is live it. I will go to the dealers and ask for a ride. I'm going for a test drive. I'm probably, if I have a friend who has it, I'm going to ask for a ride as well. I'm going to just enjoy the leather, see if they have it the right color, what the price could be, get all the information which will help me smell the leather. Just live what I want. And this could be for everything. It could be for house, it could be for relationship, everything you want. You just need to make your body believe that you already have it. And the last one is share it. Again, back to accountability. Let people know what you want. Let people what's the deadline which you want to get it by. So they keep you accountable. They remind you what you want. They pull you up wherever you feel down. Okay. And a couple of more right here. The powerful way of setting goals. Well, every time, whenever you're setting a goal, I believe that there is a couple of little tweaks which you need to use. The first one is always use present tense. Always, always, always. It doesn't matter what. So your brain understands that this is happening right now. It's about you. So I am 7-figure owner. It's a very good example. I own Bentley. I bought a house in the Maldives. Whatever it's come to your mind, it doesn't matter what goal you are, always use present tense. The next thing which you need to do is always work with a positive sentence. Don't tell yourself, I'm not a smoker. Like, I am gonna stop smoking. I'm gonna stop hating myself. I am gonna stop this and that. Just put it in a very positive way. I am a healthy person. I live a healthy life. Like any variation you can find in a positive way, it's what you want. So you attract this in. Okay. And you set your mind for success. And the last thing which I want to share for a powerful way of setting goals is always use the personal tense. Always start with I, because you would like your brain to know that it's about you and make it very important. The next one, it's go back to the questions. My favorite one, always create a question out of your goal. If I want to buy a Bentley, how I can buy the Bentley? That's very important. And once you have this idea of how would you like to buy the Bentley, that you want to have a Bentley, and ask your mind how you're going to buy the Bentley, guess what? Your brain is go achieving machine. It's so powerful. It's going to come up with ideas which will support you into achieving your goal faster. Maybe you can create another business. Maybe you can get expand to another country. Maybe you can get more clients. It doesn't matter what is going to come to your mind. Your brain is going to produce these thoughts or answers, and they're going to come only when you ask a question. So basically use this go achieving machine to be fed with questions, to bring the empowering answers and just move you forward and really enjoy the results. It's so fun. I think that that's the time where we can stop for a little bit and share a little exercise. It's basically get a pen and paper and write 10 goals in the 4 areas. It doesn't really matter. And out of these 10 goals, I want you to ask yourself, well, if I had a magic wand and I really wanted to achieve something in the next 24 hours to a week, which goal it will be? And just look at them, all of them. And at one moment you see that one goal is just going to be so vibrant, your eyes is going to stop over there, and you know that's the goal. And start there. Take this goal out of this paper and put it on a blank paper. The moment you do that, just transform it into the question. Every answer which is coming your way, it doesn't matter how ridiculous it is, just write it down on the paper under this goal, under this question, and you will see how many answers will come out. Maybe it's going to be difficult at the beginning. It doesn't matter. Give yourself 5-10 minutes to brainstorm with yourself. I think that this is called even mindstorming. And the more answer you collect, the better. The more you're teaching your brain to produce the right information, the right answers, and solutions for yourself. And the faster it's going to happen in the future. So try to do at least 15 answers. That's very important. And from there, make a map, create a plan. You start with what you're going to do first, what second, third, and all the way down to whatever the last is. And that's going to be your action plan to move forward with this goal. And you'll see that the moment this goal is really step-by-step achieving, it's bringing everything else falling into place. Okay, and also just a reminder, choose the goals that will stretch you. These goals are gonna be the little bit of the B and more of the C, and they're gonna stretch not only your comfort zone, but your mind as well. And reward yourself. Always, always, always reward yourself. You're gonna, every time when you acknowledge yourself and make sure that you are doing well, you're excited for what's happening, and you're like, okay, I did it. You bring confidence in yourself, but you also bring I think it was endorphin, this happiness hormone, which is charging us to move forward, and which is charging us with the energy. So the more endorphin you have into your body, the more excited you're gonna be to achieve your next goal. And the last one, what gets measured get achieved. That is something which I talk in the commitment, but you need to be very clear when you will achieve this goal, what the result will be, how you will feel, what will bring in your life, like all of the questions which can come up in your mind, and all of the answers which create a picture, make it very visual for you. It's gonna be something you need to know that, well, I'm moving into the right direction, and well, I'm achieving this. And they're all absolutely connected. Okay. And I love this quote I wanted to share with Tony Robbins, that people, I think that I have, maybe people underestimate what they can achieve in a decade, but overestimate what they can achieve in a year. And that's super powerful, especially his experience showing that, and not his, but you can see also Juan, he's sharing what happened and just in a year, how much he achieved. So you can see it in every successful story. And if you'd like your story to be successful, just bring all the commitment, focus, accountability, all the goal settings, the vision, the mindset, the time settings, everything together, and create your vision for 1 year ahead. and then make your decisions from wherever you are. Just look backwards and see what has to be done to get where you are right now, 1 year ahead. And this is where the clarity is coming up. How often do you go on a date with yourself? That's how we started it, and that's how we're gonna finish. This is very important. Everybody who's successful in this life set goals for themselves, and they revise them twice a day, because it's not only focusing the time, the attention, the effort, and the energy, but also set the wheel of emotions. It sets the state of mind, the power and the support and the resourcefulness they need to achieve them. So if you're not doing twice a day, what are you doing every day? How you're spending your time? Probably focusing on the wrong desire, on the wrong goal, or something which is not even important. But that's a completely different topic, which we can talk more and more. And like, it's awesome to have a vision. It's absolutely amazing to have the resilient and invincible mindset. And then you have these gorgeous goals which inspires you, brings you the energy. And some people are telling me, well, I think that I'm too old, or I'm too late, or I don't have the experience, and all of these excuses you can come up. But the best time to plant a tree, that was 20 years ago. So you can see the fruits. You can see the fruits of your labor and this tree just growing up. But the second best time is right now. And by right now, I mean right now. I really hope you get many notes, because if you're telling me I don't have time, then I'm going to transfer you to a very dear friend of mine who is very knowledgeable how to do time management. Christian, now it's you. Let me stop sharing this. Go ahead.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Iliyana.